Hello everyone, Paglia here, and I'm providing you a replay commentary. This is a multiplayer battle, 31k rule set, 3 versus 3. I'm going to introduce the teams and the army builds now. On the left flank of our team, we have Bubo from Titans clan. He's playing with the Greek cities. Bubo has 12 Spartans and the rest archers. I see that he has some slingers. I see only 2 slingers. So I guess he has 2 slingers and the rest 6 Christian archers. In the middle we have Greek Cleomenes. Um, Cleo has gone with Pontus. I think Cleo has 6-sided chariot. I see 1 archer here and 13 bronze shield infantry. And as you can see, he has this nice Pila shield in order to avoid his units to get pillaed by enemy urban cohorts easily. Cleo has used all the leftover money to upgrade his infantry. Has 8, 9 upgrades on them. And yeah, I think um, he has only 6-sided chariot. On our right flank it's me playing with Macedon, and I have 2 Christian archers, 6 companion cavalry, gold, and the rest 12 royal pikemen. Standing right in front of me from the enemy team, Romex from GOTW clan playing with Carthage. Romex has 3 Sacred Band cavalry, 3 slingers, and 14 Sacred Band infantry. Pretty reasonable build, I would say. Nothing crazy here. But we see somehow kind of a crazy builds from his allies. Bigus from GOTW has gone with Roman Scipii faction. Bigus has 2, 4, 6 archer units, 6 cavalry, heavily upgraded, 6 Praetorian cavalry, and his general unit is cavalry. And 8 urban cohorts which are spread from right to left. I don't really understand the idea behind it. I think what he wants to do is to win the archer battle and then use his archers' arrows on the pike units. But nevertheless, I think that's a bit of a questionable build. So you don't really need to have a lot of archers, but you should really have enough infantry reserve to be able to dominate pike factions. But it really depends how the things will be going, and in case he's gonna be able to utilize those arrows, they can be pretty deadly too. On the right flank of the enemy we have GOTW bot playing with, I stopped by the way because I saw some action going on. Bod is playing with Roman Julii faction. Bod also has a lot of archers, 4 auxiliary archers, 6 heavily upgraded cavalry, and 10 urban cohorts. All in all, if we simply focus on the faction choices, our team has heavy faction disadvantage. But the fact that they've gone with archer units, they have a lot of archers, this makes things a little bit optimistic for us, because if we manage to exchange some arrow and make sure that the enemy doesn't have a lot of archer units left to inflict damage, then they don't really have a lot of infantry reserves to do the things that they could have done. So what at this point our idea is to exchange arrows, to spread our archers from right to left, and then wait for the perfect moment. That is the ideal battle plan, let's put it this way. But Bubo saw that Bod was pretty close. He wanted to catch him in the position that he would get the upper hand. Bubo goes for the engagement with Bod. Carthage is coming for helping Bod because urban cohorts can be killed by Spartans if they are not used appropriately. Cleo sees that Romex is helping Bod. He sends pikemen to Bubo to make things a bit more safe. Meanwhile, on the right flank, I'm pushing up. I saw the opportunity of catching the archers, so I wanted to push up. Now I have been interfered by the enemy units. I just have to do something here. Enemy 2 urban cohorts from Bigus got caught here. One of them will be routed, the other one will potentially be dead. But all in all, this is not a very good move that I did. Considering that my ally has already engaged on the other flank, I should really wait and see how the things will develop. In case he might need the help, in case all in all, it's preferable that I don't go aggressive. I go aggressive, I end up almost within the enemy lines. Cleo sees that here Bubo is more or less safe than me. I can get doubled by the enemy. So what Cleo does, he wants to move towards me, not too much separate from Bubo, but not too far away from me too. So somewhere in the middle, so that in case any of us really messes it up, then he can send reinforcement. While doing that, Cleo doesn't have any other option but to get caught by the enemy. Enemy knows that Cleo's infantry are the weakest among all the infantry that our team has. They seize it as an opportunity. They are pushing against him in the middle like crazy. We see Romex using all his leftover forces against Cleo, and also Bigus is supporting Romex with his infantry. They know very well that if they catch the momentum and if they get routes, Cleo's units can be damaged pretty fast. Meanwhile, I managed to clear my passage here. Now I have to be extremely fast to send reinforcements to Cleo. Cleo sees that there is a huge blob. Enemy pushes against Cleo, but not in the ideal way, right? So what he has to do now, he sees that this is a perfect opportunity to use his sided chariots, and he activates them. Even though his sided chariot gets caught by Bod's cavalry, that cavalry will be shredded into pieces. So Cleo didn't really manage to use his sided chariot now, which is not very surprising because there were a lot of things in between. So all in all, I think he had to make difficult choices because of the mistake that I did. Nevertheless, Cleo managed to save enough of his infantry compared to what kind of force he has been facing. Yeah, he is now pulling them back. Meanwhile, I cleared my passage and I'm sending my infantry for Cleo to help, for his aid. Still, I think I was pretty slow in making my moves. When I reach to the enemy now is in a position they can reposition their infantry and face my royal pikemen in a way that I couldn't be able to do much damage. Nevertheless, I think they did Cleo a very serious damage here. On this side, earlier we saw that Bod was pretty forward, pretty far ahead, and he got caught by Bubo's Spartans. Romex sent him 4 reserves. What Bod did was to pull all of his infantry back, seeing that there is a huge mess going on here. But he didn't, it seems he didn't communicate this move to Romex, so he basically pulled all his infantry back. Romex infantry got surrounded by Bubo's and Cleo's infantry and just wasted. 4 of the sacred bands gone for nothing for the miscommunication. Now, what I do here, it is a really unnecessary move, which probably will cost me. I see that there is no, I see a chance for the to charge the blob. I go for this charge, but I do not calculate the fact that enemy is on my flanks. I go for the move, and the enemy cavalry charges me, and I completely get my lines destroyed. Now I find myself in a position where I'm being destroyed by enemy forces. So it's absolutely unnecessary move that I did. And again, as you can see, I lost my infantry for basically nothing. What has to be done now? They saw, my allies sees the mistake that I did. They call for the immediate action. Bubo wants to engage as many infantry as he can while they are not in a perfect position. And he does so, and I think this is the best decision for now. Cleo is pushing for the left flank, trying to destroy these archers that are here. Because at this point, if we have enemy archers shooting at us, then the things are not gonna look better for us. That's a good move. So what I have to do, I have to support Cleo's infantry with my left cavalry in order to catch these archers. Nevertheless, I have enough infantry to be able to do something. At the same time, Cleo has one two-sided chariot which can do a serious changes in the battle. At this point, if I was enemy, what I would do? I would regroup. I would reposition and also watch my stamina. Get my units fresh, because Bubo's Spartans, they are not tired. So Bubo has enough Spartans to manage to win this battle, because enemy units are minimum winded, some are tired, and if they continue moving around, their units will get tired even more. Bob is charging Bubo with tired urban cohorts and tired cavalry. This will obviously not have any effect on Bubo, so Bubo faces the charge, and Bot's units are getting instantly routed. I see that there is no enemy cavalry to protect against my charge. Myself and Cleo are using our cavalry. Cleo is using with his chariot, so we are getting this chain route. Even though I have made some terrible mistakes, the fact that our opponents didn't really know how to address these weaknesses simply costs them a game. In a matter of minute, they managed to lose all the main infantry force just because they didn't build the attack appropriately. But nevertheless, I think Bubo did a great job by being as fast as he can and making the correct decision in a timely manner to make sure that enemy doesn't benefit from how the battle was going on, specifically what I did. All in all, right now the enemy doesn't have anything besides some archers, so that shows in this matchup Rome and Carthage does have more than enough to win decisively against Pontus, Macedon, and Greek cities. But if they go for archer builds, then the things are a little bit questionable. They have to do something crazy good to be able to win that battle. If they go for the archer exchange, then they don't have enough resources to win the battle, and this is something that costed them the game. At the same time, how they built the attacks were not really the ideal. Nevertheless, what with it specifically on my part wasn't really smart. First of all, I pushed forward on my flank while the other flank of ours was already engaged. That's not really a good move. I think this was also a miscommunication. Third, I got Cleo caught, but still I was pretty slow to get back to him. Still, Cleo's the way he held in the middle was also the main factor how Bubo managed to get into that position. So if Cleo would not do a good job by defending appropriately and losing a little bit faster, then I think enemy would have enough time to reposition, regroup, maybe even rest. All in all, I think Bubo calculated enemy's mistakes very well. He used his Spartans, which was the strongest infantry unit in our team, very good. And at the same time, enemy did have a very good move, specifically their push on Bubo and specifically the push on Cleo's infantry in the middle, and specifically the push on my infantry when I engaged after Cleo have pulled back from the middle. All in all, I think this was pretty fast and a good game. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys once more. Bye.